Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning didn't really do the numbers at the box office that many people thought it would. I watched it recently for the second time and was struck by just how much CGI is in the film, which made many of the action scenes feel less impactful and less dramatic in some cases. Even though the film does have a lot of practical stunts as well, it relies very heavily on CG. There's something about the environments in some of the action scenes, especially the train sequence at the end, where you just know it's not real. Even though they make use of a lot of real assets, it's blended too heavily with way too much CG, in my opinion. And it's certainly not real enough. It doesn't feel real enough in some cases. The best action sequence in that movie is actually the car chase in Venice, but much of the film is just a bit middle of the road. It's not a bad movie at all, but it's just nowhere near as good as Ghost Protocol, Fallout, or Rogue Nation. To me, it doesn't rank among those movies. I don't think the story was quite as strong as those ones. Dead Reckoning lacked a strong antagonist. There's nothing wrong with a non-anthropomorphic villain in the form of an artificial intelligence known as the Entity, but it didn't feel threatening enough, and the character of Gabriel sort of lacks sufficient development for me to care enough about what he wants. As you're probably aware, Dead Reckoning Part 1 is obviously the first of a two-part conclusion to the Mission Impossible film saga, to be followed by Dead Reckoning Part 2, which has had its name changed. It's now called The Final Reckoning. I think that's a good choice. The trailer has been released recently. It's been very well received. There is a lot of goodwill towards Tom Cruise and his films. They're just great action movies with no politics or agenda, just a good time. They're crowd pleasers and solid escapism. A lot of fun as well. And this film looks like a big one, you know, it looks like a big one to go out on. It's a trailer where it's clear that nothing has been left to chance in this movie. It's looking genuinely epic. And the film has to deliver this time because Dead Reckoning just slightly underperformed at the box office. Like I say, if we look at the box office numbers, this is from Box Office Mojo, 2018's Mission Impossible Fallout is on the top spot with $791 million worldwide. Then Ghost Protocol with $694 million worldwide. Then Rogue Nation, $682 million. And then Dead Reckoning with $570 million. Then Mission Impossible 2 with $546 million. Then Mission Impossible 3 with $398 million. Mission Impossible 3 didn't perform financially as well as Mission Impossible 2, despite being, I think, a much better movie. I really didn't like Mission Impossible 2. John Woo's music video style editing was just so cheesy in my view. It just made the film unwatchable. I didn't like that movie at all. Finally, Mission Impossible, the first one from 1996, sits at the bottom spot with $180 million worldwide. Now, where the first film was very much a grounded, smaller spy caper conspiracy film with a slower pace, it's just a great Brian De Palma movie that I really love. Subsequently, the Mission Impossible franchise became a primarily stunt action-oriented franchise, high-octane, fast-paced thrill rides, with a bit of intelligence to the writing as well, it has to be said. It's a lot like a kind of Fast and Furious franchise, but with a bit of brains about it, you know? The formula was really solidified with the third film, and the three movies that followed, Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout, were just superb examples of this genre done to perfection. Good balance of character, humour, wonderful tension, immersive and breathtaking action set pieces and sequences, just done in such a way that they manage to not test your suspension of disbelief too much. Of course, part of the excitement is Tom Cruise's willingness to do many of his own stunts. So I don't think Dead Reckoning was bad or anything, just not quite as engaging as previous installments. The Final Reckoning certainly looks like the story will have some important personal payoffs for Ethan Hunt as a character, and I would not be surprised if either Luther, played by Ving Rhames, or Benji, played by Simon Pegg, gets killed off. Now, of course, if the film is financially successful, there's nothing to say that the studio won't look to make another one. But Dead Reckoning's underperformance should be a wake-up call that this franchise isn't bulletproof. One more big success might be the perfect way to end this series. But as trailers go, The Final Reckoning is brilliant, and I had a much more positive reaction to this trailer than I did for the MCU's The Thunderbolts and Captain America Brave New World trailers. The Final Reckoning is how you do a trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Are you looking forward to Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, the 8th and possibly final movie in the Mission Impossible film series? Looking forward to what you have to say in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. Please share this video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.